Ahsoka Tano recently developed a rare force power that may help her discover the origin of the force, making Balin Skull jealous of her. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Ahsoka's psychometry power unlocks the past of physical objects, a rare ability seen in live-action Star Wars for the first time. Ahsoka may follow Balin as he seeks the world between worlds and Mortis gods in Ahsoka Season 2. Ahsoka's rare power could connect two Disney Star Wars eras. Ahsoka Season 1 hinted that its titular protagonist might discover the origin of the Force using her newfound power. After Rosario Dawson's debut as Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka delved further into her character by focusing on Ahsoka grappling with the dark side. Having trained as a Jedi warrior in Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Ahsoka tries to rid herself of the same dark fate that befell her master, Anakin Skywalker. To this end, she embarks on a spiritual journey within the world, between worlds, to come to terms with who she is. Ahsoka displays several new Force abilities in the Ahsoka series. For example, Ahsoka bonds with a Purrgil in Episode 5, showing off the ability to bond with animals, something she hasn't displayed since Tales of the Jedi when she was a child. In the years between her last appearance in Star Wars Rebels, it's clear she hasn't stopped training herself, both with her lightsaber fighting skills and her abilities in the Force. This has led her to develop and awaken a rare Force ability that could come in handy in Ahsoka Season 2. In Ahsoka Episodes 1 and 2, Ahsoka displays the rare Force power of psychometry. Psychometry allows Jedi to learn the history of physical objects just by touching them, oftentimes allowing the user to hear and see visions of what the object has experienced. While at the Night Sister Temple on Arcana in the beginning of Ahsoka Episode 1, she is able to solve the temple's puzzle and retrieve the map to Peridea simply by touching the stone cylinders. And in Ahsoka Episode 2, she can hear the echoes of Sabine's battle with Shin Hati merely by standing where they fought. While Ahsoka is not the first to display the power of psychometry, she is the first to show it off in live-action Star Wars. Previously, Jedi Knight Quinlan Vos first introduced psychometry to Star Wars canon back in the Clone Wars Season 3, Episode 9. Unlike Ahsoka, who has only displayed the ability to hear an object's past, Quinlan was so adept at psychometry that he could clearly see visions of beings who had held the object he was touching. This ability proved invaluable for him as he hunted down Zero the Hutt, and Ahsoka may use it to hunt down Balin. Quinlan was the first to display psychometry in canon, but more recently, Cal Kestis from the Star Wars Jedi games and Rey from the Star Wars sequels also possess this rare Force ability. In Star Wars, The Force Awakens, Rey briefly sees visions from decades prior after touching Luke Skywalker's old lightsaber. And in the Jedi games, Kestis is able to use his ability to sense Force echoes from the High Republic era, hundreds of years before the game takes place. In short, there is seemingly no limit to how far back a psychometry user can see using the Force. Given his obsession with the past, no doubt Balin Skull envied the few Jedi who were blessed with the gift of psychometry. While speaking to his apprentice in Ahsoka, Balin rants about how he's looking for the beginning. He's not interested in the fleeting power Grand Admiral Thrawn offers him. Instead, Balin wishes, once and for all, to end the constant power struggle between light and dark. Balin's past experience with the tragedy of Order 66 inspired him to try and end the galaxy's turmoil through any means necessary, and he believes Peridea is the answer. There are several theories as to what Balin will find hidden on Peridea. He clearly has some idea of what he's looking for. At the end of Ahsoka, Balin stands atop three massive statues depicting the Mortis gods from the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. These ancient beings are linked to the Force itself. The daughter represents the light side, the son represents the dark side, and the father represents the balance in the Force that keeps the two in check. It's possible Balin seeks to find and harness their power on Peridea. Alternatively, the Mortis gods are also linked to the world between worlds introduced in Rebels. This mystical realm stands outside the natural flow of time, allowing one to traverse the Star Wars timeline and alter events at will. If Balin discovers an entrance to the world between worlds on Peridea, it's possible he may attempt to travel back in time to find the beginning of the cycle between light and dark. And while Balin's true goal is interesting to consider, he may be missing an important key to the puzzle.